Dog and squirrel face off. Tension high. Both freeze. Instincts kick in. Buster, my retriever, locks eyes. Squirrel, tail twitching, ready to bolt. Dog tense. Squirrel alert. Distance, 10 feet. No movement. Predator and prey. Ancient rivalry. Every muscle taut. Air crackles, eyes locked. Who moves first? Sun sets. Shadows grow. With ancient rivalry. Predator and prey face to face. Buster's ears were perked. His body a coiled spring. A low growl rumbling in anticipation. He was no longer just my goofy companion. Instinct had taken over. The squirrel, a tiny statue of courage, waited, every muscle taut. The late afternoon sun cast long shadows, striping the grass in gold and green. Between the squirrel and safety stood a 70-pound wall of golden fur. Time stretched, each second an eternity. I watched, unable to intervene. Nature's theater unfolding. The tension was palpable, a force field shimmering between them. This wasn't just a dog and a squirrel, it was the eternal dance of chaser and chased. Buster's heart pounded with the thrill of the hunt, the squirrels with fear. The world outside this patch of green ceased to exist. There was only the dog, the squirrel, and the charged space that separated them. The standoff couldn't last forever. Something had to give. The universe held its breath, and then the spell broke. The chase erupted in a blur of motion. The squirrel shot across the lawn, zigging and zagging, a master strategist in a life-or-death game. Buster launched after it, a golden arrow, barking with pure excitement. His tail acted as a rudder, guiding him through sharp turns. The chase was the prize, not the catch. The wind rushed past, every sense alive. The squirrel darted under bushes, leaped over hoses using every inch of its home turf. Buster, powerful but outmaneuvered, was given a masterclass in evasion. My heart pounded as I watched the cyclone of fur and leaves. The squirrel aimed for the massive oak tree, its fortress. The race was on. Could it reach safety before Buster closed the gap? The world shrank to this desperate, high-stakes sprint. Predator and prey, each playing their part. The climax was seconds away. The outcome hung in the balance. The squirrel reached the oak, Buster just behind. With a desperate leap, the squirrel shot up the trunk, claws gripping bark. Buster slammed into the base, barking in frustration. He couldn't follow. The drama shifted to the treetops. From a high branch, the squirrel flicked its tail, chattering in triumph. Buster barked back, front paws on the trunk, longing to climb. The squirrel performed acrobatics, leaping, running upside down, taunting its pursuer. Buster circled below, whining, powerless in the squirrel's kingdom. The canopy was the squirrel's world. Buster was outmatched. Victory belonged to agility and adaptation, not size. Sometimes, survival is knowing how to climb a tree. The lesson was clear. Buster refused to give up. He lay at the base of the tree, eyes fixed on the canopy, a furry sentinel. Every rustle brought him to his feet, hope undimmed. His focus was total, his patience unwavering. The squirrel peeked down, chirping, the game evolving into a strange duet. This was no longer just predator and prey. It was ritual, a mutual understanding. Eventually, Buster's resolve faded, the lure of a nap won out. With a final look, he trotted away, the squirrel's tail flicking in victory. The chase was over for now, but the truce was temporary. Next time, the dance would begin anew. The backyard was their shared stage. Each encounter, a new act. The wild was never far away. One evening, the backyard's energy shifted. Buster, dozing on the patio, snapped to attention, ears aimed at the shadows by the fence. This wasn't playful tension. It was caution. A low growl rumbled from his chest. I followed his gaze, catching a sharp, musky odor on the breeze. Skunk. Buster crept forward, tail tucked, every sense on alert. He was no longer the hunter, but the protector. His barks were short, warning, "I'm here. This is my yard." The scent grew stronger, clinging to the evening air. Buster's curiosity warred with caution. He knew instinctively this was a creature to respect. The playful world of squirrel chases was gone. Now the stakes were real. The wild had sent a new challenger. From the shadows, a skunk emerged, calm, deliberate, unafraid. Its black and white coat was a warning, not a disguise. Buster stared, mesmerized by this bold, slow-moving visitor. The skunk paused, locking eyes with Buster, a silent, powerful warning. Then it stomped its front feet, the final warning before unleashing its defense. The message was clear: back away. I held my breath, ready to call Buster inside, but he was frozen, caught in the spell of this strange encounter. The skunk's calm was unnerving. It didn't play by the usual rules. Buster, used to games and chases, was out of his depth. The air was thick with suspense. The next move would decide everything. Would Buster heed the warning, or would curiosity win? The wild had its own rules, and Buster was about to learn them. Curiosity won. Buster stepped forward, barking playfully. Wrong move! The skunk whipped into a U-shape, tail up, and sprayed. A yellow mist hit Buster's face. He yelped, stumbling back, pawing at his nose. The air became an impenetrable wall of stench. Buster ran in panic, rolling in the grass, desperate to escape the smell. The skunk, unhurried, vanished into the shadows. I coaxed my bewildered, reeking dog into the garage. Buster looked up, eyes wide with misery. This was no game, just a harsh lesson in boundaries. The wild had spoken, and neither of us would forget. The battle against the stench began. Armed with a homemade remedy, I scrubbed Buster under the hose. He leaned into me, trusting, vulnerable. This ordeal forged a new bond, one of care and dependence. As I soothed him, he rested his head on my arm, surrendering to my help. 3 washes later, the smell faded from apocalyptic to terrible. Wrapped in towels, Buster shivered, humbled and wiser. In the days that followed, he was more cautious, especially at dusk. Squirrels still fascinated him, but the shadows near the fence were now respected. The lesson was clear. Some neighbors demand distance. The wild had left its mark, and our bond was stronger for it. Our backyards are vibrant ecosystems where the wild and domestic worlds meet. Every chase, every standoff is a reminder that we share our space with remarkable creatures. Squirrels are acrobats, skunks, masters of defense. These animals aren't intruders. We're guests in their world. By respecting their boundaries, we foster peaceful coexistence. Our dogs connect us to nature's rhythms, teaching us wonder and humility. Protecting backyard biodiversity is protecting a piece of ourselves. These creatures add richness and excitement to our lives. Let's cherish these encounters, learn from them, and keep our backyards wild and welcoming. The dance of nature continues, if we only take the time to look.